Okay, the recording is going on now, so I want to officially welcome you back from your holiday, and I hope you people have rested. Looking at you, I can see Mr. Charles and Mr. Alex have added weight, you know. So, and Chigozie, you have to be showing your face. You can't just be hiding behind the camera. I'm not going to take that from you anymore. Everybody need to show their face this time around. So we are starting the practical aspect of this boot camp, which is going to be the first one is going to be to implement the solution. The solution you are going to use to power the HaloITSM unit. And after that, we are going to then use that solution to do some work and then train on how to use the solution. And after then, that's when you can then start using it to do your day-to-day job as a HaloITSM service manager or HaloITSM support, first line support, second line support, or third line support. But that is the steps there. But there are some other changes that are taking place within the company, which is Foodtraco, which you need to know. Why I'm saying this, because over time, I know if you are going to be applying for a job, companies are going to demand for references from you based on the company you worked. Now you are working with Foodtraco. You are doing it is a full-time work you are doing with Foodtraco, and Foodtraco is changing their name. You know, we are changing Foodtraco because we want to expand. The technology that Foodtraco is resting on have the capacity to power multiple applications or multiple businesses, but we are just using it to power only food delivery. So we want to expand so that we can accommodate on-demand services in Foodtraco. When I talk about on-demand services, is very big. On-demand services can be home services. It can be auto services. It can be educational services. A lot of services come on-demand services. But when we talk about home services alone, home services can be cleaning. It can be house fixing, like plumbing work, electrician, handyman. We can even beauty and wellness. In beauty and wellness, we can have massage parlor, we can have a beauty salon, we can have a lot of things. So we want to expand it so that it's not only going to be food and grocery that people can source from Foodtraco. So it's going to be a lot of other things. And because of that, we changed the name from Foodtraco to Beta, BETA, Better Marketplace, where you can find any kind of product and services, but on demand. So on demand means that this product or these services, when you demand for these services, it will take a short period of time for these services to be delivered to you within a very short period of time. For instance, now, if you demand for a cleaner for your house, within 2 hours, a cleaner should be in your house to clean your house. If you demand for food, within 2 hours, they should be deliver your food very hot. So that is the difference between on-demand services from other conventional e-commerce websites like Amazon and Jumia. Because in Amazon, if you buy a product in Amazon, it can take up to 1 week before they can deliver your product. But in on-demand service is as you are demanding it, you are getting it immediately. So that is what we are doing here. So it's on-demand services. We are equally going to add delivery services. So these are capacity that Foodtraco have got. We have not been using all this order. We switched them on, off. But this time around, we've decided to switch some of these other modules. We call it modules. We want to switch on those modules on. Why? It's going to provide a lot of opportunities. A lot of opportunities. You know, this is one of the biggest applications we are bringing into Nigeria. Because anywhere you are, it can serve you. You cannot say you don't have a job if you know about this better marketplace. Even if you are a barber, if you don't have a shop, you can start doing home services for barbering. People, you go to people will book your service. Some big men don't like going to barbering salon. You book them from your home. They will come to your home and give you home service. So these are what a lot of things people can get from this platform we are developing, which we are deploying. So that is so Foodtraco now is now going to be called Better Food inside this Better Marketplace. Our delivery, our grocery is now going to be Better Groceries. So these are some of the changes that took place that I want us to know. So we are going to change the project name from Foodtraco to Better HaloITSM. So this is the change I'm talking about for us to understand, because it's going to affect us. Why I'm saying this is that we have one of our students in one of our boot camp, current boot camp, and she's based in US, and she applied for a job using Foodtraco. But fair enough, before we leave, I've told them, because this is where they are doing their internship full-time in Foodtraco, I've told them we are changing our name from Foodtraco to Better Marketplace. And then she applied for this job. Before she applied, she called me that these people, she applied. I said, good, I'm fine, you can apply. And she applied, and eventually they contacted her for reference. But instead of putting Better Marketplace as a place of work, she put Foodtraco in her CV. Now they have contacted her. She now contacted me to write a reference that she worked with Foodtraco. I told her, I told you we are changing our name. You know, because we are not going to her, although we have successfully migrated Foodtraco to Better Marketplace. So both applications now are running. Foodtraco is still running, and Better Marketplace is now running. So, but once the Better Marketplace is well functional, running very well, we shut down Foodtraco. I thought that we are not going to be running this Foodtraco once we shut down, once the Better Marketplace is stabilized. So this is why I'm taking my time to do this, because after all these things, you start telling them you didn't know we've changed our name. I didn't take it. So for us to, although Foodtraco, if you send any application, no problem. We are still going to be running Foodtraco until the other one stabilizes. But that name Foodtraco is very important to me, that we are not going to throw it away. You know, over time, I'm going to convert it to a restaurant. You know, So, because this is where we started this journey, and I want that name to remain. It's an old company. You know, we use that name to try a lot of things, that Foodtraco. So that's why it's very, very, but we cannot grow the way we want to grow with that name. So it's either just a restaurant, or we have like a supermarket, a grocery store, which can equally become a vendor inside Better Marketplace. So with that, the name will never just disappear. So that is the update about the company. So this is update. This is not project. It's update from the company, but it's going to affect our projects. So that is it. So we're planning to scale massively. So to create a lot of jobs. And yeah, if you have any question based on this, because today is just update on what's going on. You have any question?
Okay, my question is, sorry, sir. My question is that now you will now have to collaborate with a lot. You are expanding the scope of the company, and you are going to collaborate with a lot of other people now. Like you made mention of barbers, cleaning services, people that have cleaning services outlets, people that have barbering salon, people that have massage or spa parlors, massage parlor or spa. All various services can now register under this Better Marketplace.
Yes.
Also, groceries can also still register.
Yes. Even food.
Also,
even food is still there.
Restaurant can still register
Yeah,
under this.
yes.
Then we now work with them. But the thing is that we are working with a lot of companies with a lot of ideologies and policies. And we are offering services. You can work with a particular cleaning service agent or company, and you say somebody will be with you in the next 2 hours, and they will deliver. You work with another one that is lousy. You say 2 hours and 5 hours, nobody has gone to that place. So how do we now keep up with standard to make sure that if you are coming in to work with a Better Marketplace, are they going to spell out some level of protocols that these organizations, you are going to meet this minimum standard before we absorb you? Like something like acceptance criteria.
Yeah, that is where it's part of what we've discussed here, service level agreement.
Yes.
So it's part of, if you remember when we're talking about service
level
agreement.
SLA.
It's part of it because our service is very important. For instance, when somebody is ordering for food, it's important that you spell out the service level agreement. When somebody is hungry in the office, the person expects the food to be delivered in the office within 30 minutes. So these are the things we need to spell out. The person do not want to order a food in the morning, breakfast, and be getting the breakfast in the evening. Or when you order your lunch, it will be delivered the following day. You know, is no. So these are what are going to come as some of our service level agreement. And this service level agreement, you know, is within the HaloITSM as well, because HaloITSM is on our platform, our technology, our application is a technology. So we power this technology, we spell the way this technology runs. So this is an application, one application that powers multiple business. You know, instead of you going to download up to 10 applications on your phone, for this, you download one application, and it gives you all the services you can in one. Because going forward, technology is taking over our businesses. And there is no two ways about it. We cannot run away from it. So as technology is taking over, every business today is going to be running on mobile phone. Every business you can think of is going to be running on mobile phone, mobile application on mobile phone. And the internet penetration in Nigeria is very, very fast. And smartphone penetration in Nigeria is very, very fast. So, with this fast pace, you can see the way Nigeria is developing. So, every business is so. What we are doing is like we are just seeing ahead of time. Because every business today, check out every business. Everything is running on phone, mobile phone. So, and this data marketplace, which is Foodtraco, have the capacity. The vendor application is like an office. The mobile application for vendor, you can use it to manage your staff. You can use it to, assign work to, you can employ people, give them within your mobile application. You can have up to 20 staff working with you and managing them within that application. You have a wallet inside there we use to work with you. So it has a lot of things within that mobile application for vendors. So it's just like you've created an office, a mobile office for vendors, which is very, very good for them. And equally, the delivery app, because we have delivery app for delivery men. That delivery app can serve for two ways. Number one, the serviceman, which is working for the service areas, can use it. You can use it, the vendors will use it to assign work for their servicemen. Example is that, let me give you a scenario now. Say Chigozie now is a makeup artist, and Chigozie have other junior makeup artists working under her. And now she's got a job. She got like 3 different jobs for makeup artists. And she can't attend to all of them. She can assign some of this work to some of her juniors. So with the vendor application, you can assign work. And those junior ones will then have another application, sub-application, which is for delivery men. So delivery men can use it to go deliver food, deliver groceries. Servicemen can use it to go and do their own work as well. We configure it that it suits you. Everybody can use it in their own way. So that is the way it works. So, and all this thing is about services, time services, is about timing. So that is why this thing is very important to what we are doing here, because we need to understand the service level agreement. Service level agreement is the timing. It's all about timing to deliver services. If we agree that a service should be delivered within 2 hours, once you deliver service outside 2 hours, is a default. So we configure our applications so that it's going to be that way. And to do that very well in our application is we use what we call reduce factor, or we use geofencing, so that we can make sure that within this geographical area, a service person cannot get a job within this geographical area. because we know that you cannot be able to deliver. For instance, we can create a geofence within Zone 1 in Abuja, so that somebody in Maraba cannot, a service provider in Maraba cannot get a job when somebody is in Zone 1 is requesting for a job. Because we know that before you can come from Maraba, if it's food, or so before you can come from Maraba to Zone 1, the food will be cold and customers are not going to be happy.
Yes.
So these are the ways we are going to use to, manage this, to cure up all this confusion that you are looking at coming in, and people, because so we make sure that within this geographical area, we know that if somebody on that food within this geofenced area, before the delivery man will go, the delivery man should be able to go and pick the food and deliver within 1 hour or even within 30 minutes. So if it happened that delivery man is delivering food outside like 1 hour, then we have to question that vendor. Is either the vendor is not good or the delivery person is not good. So this is part of the service level agreement we are going to work on. It is part of what we established here. Yeah.
Okay, sorry, sir. Sorry that I'm butting in. Another thing I want to ask is that since we are working with multiple vendors to be able to achieve this, what we are doing, I go back again using food, maybe a restaurant, for instance. We have Chicken Republic, we have Tantalizers, we have Mamakas, and using the popular ones we have in Abuja. In our app, when you want to order for food, because some people might have preference for jollof rice from Chicken Republic and their chicken, and maybe have a goosey soup and pounded yam from Mamakas, or maybe Jevnik. In the app, is there going to be that you know the names of the vendor you are ordering from?
Yes.
What are in the app?
Yes.
Or maybe they will just do it food. Then when you order, we pick from the geofencing, from the geographical area, and supply the people.
No, you have all the vendors. You see the stores where you are buying this food from.
Okay.
So if you have preference for any particular store, you can click love, and it will be on top of the application. That particular, whenever you open it, then that is what we call favorite store. So you can just click love on top of a store, and the store will hang as one of your favorite store.
Okay.
So that whenever you come, if this is the restaurant you choose to be buying your food, you already know that once you come there, it's already, you go there, you open it, you see a lot of all the things they are offering. If you don't like them, you go to another restaurant. And you see when they are part of the service level agreement is the availability. In our application is configured that every restaurant must show their availability.
Okay.
So some will show that they open from 9 in the morning to 9 in the evening. Once is out of that time range, if you come to that restaurant in the application, you will see that it's closed. They will tell you that they have closed service for the day. So, and once is the time for them to, once you come there within their service time, you see that they are out and you can order for food. Some of them who claim to do 24 hours, you can put 24 hours, but you make sure that anytime, even in 3 p.m. or 3 a.m., somebody is ordering for food, you should be able to deliver. Because this is a serious business we are doing here. So that is it. So we have And every restaurant have a rating. Every delivery man have a rating, review, 5-star review or rating. So when a customer buy food from, let's say, Tantalizer, that customer will have to, every time you buy, so that will help the general public to know it's not Foodtraco that is going to review you. It's customers that is buying, and nobody can delete it. That will give, so that we know a restaurant that is not doing well. If you have a poor rating, for instance, over time a restaurant is being rated so poor, then we'll have to close that particular restaurant. You know, if a delivery man has been receiving bad reviews for a long time, then we'll have to suspend that delivery man. So that is it. And equally, if a restaurant wants to do advertisements, they can do advertisements within the application. The application have the capacity for video content. So you can even video your restaurant and upload within the application. So our customers, if you can video where you cook your food, for customers for credibility, anywhere you want to promote your product, will give you the opportunity to do that.
Well understood, sir.
Yeah. So that's why I'm taking time for us to understand, because it has a lot to do with services. And services is about time. When I say the difference between these and like Jumia or Amazon is that Amazon, you can be the cheapest, the fastest you can get with Amazon is you can get the same day delivery, but the same day delivery can be the whole day, can even up to 24 hours for them to deliver their product. But when you come to our own, we are talking about a range of 30 minutes to highest 2 hours. 2 hours is even too much when we are talking about food. And when was something like gas leakage, these are emergencies. When a plumber will have emergency, because when somebody is trying to book, you need to state whether the job is emergency. So after this, the next thing we are going to proceed on our service area is that a customer should be able to post a job so that service providers can bid for the job. But at the moment, it's not there now. At the moment, it's only service providers can post their jobs, what they can do, and then customers can book for their job to be delivered. But in a situation where a customer is looking for a job and he cannot see the kind of job he's looking for, he can post a customized job. Whoever have the capacity to do this job should come and do it. And you see service providers should be just like what is happening in Upwork. You know, so our environment will be a combination of a lot of things. Even the services you get in Upwork, you can get it in our own, both remote and on-site services. We are going to deliver all of them. Why we are doing this is that if we want to base our services in only food delivery, we might not break even, to even pay salary. Because when things are as things are, how many people are in harsh economy will have the luxury to be ordering food? Are you getting? So how many people can do that? You know?
Not many.
Not many. So with that, we might not be able to break even. If we say, yes, in terms of groceries, a lot of people might be able to, but some people we might not. We have this mentality that some services are meant for some group of people.
Yes.
You know, even for some people who knows that, yes, you can afford it, even order for they will still want to go to the market because they feel that, well, I don't want anybody to, they want to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, but there are some key services. If you are looking for, like you've come to the city of Abuja now, there's some of these services. You look for it for days. You have not seen, you have a leakage, a leakage in your toilet leakage, in your sink or sewage. It might take days to look for a plumber, to get a plumber. It might take days to get an electrician, a painter, all these services, home services, you know. So when we have a lot of services going on, we should be able to have multiple streams of income to be able to sustain the business, pay salary, and do other things.
No problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, that is the update. So we're going to try to incorporate this update in our service catalog. You know, because in our catalog, I don't think we have on services. It's only food and groceries. That is the only thing I think we captured in our catalog. So some of all these changes, like on-demand services, this is what we call added a change in requirement. If there is a change in requirement, you know, the way it should be done properly. When such a thing happens, the stakeholders should be able to communicate the project manager with a change request form, letting the project manager know that there is a change in requirement. They want to add additional requirements, which might affect the project timeline and affect the project budget resources. That's the way it should be done, which I will equally do. I will come up with a change request form to capture this very well, so that the changes will be documented, knowing that from this point to this point, there is a change of name, and this triggered expansion, which comes with this amount of deliverables. So these are the way it should be done, so that we have proper documentation of what we are doing. So, and then making sure that all the changes reflected in the service catalog very well, because these changes come with a lot of service level agreements. So that is it. So, Chigozie, I'm not hearing your voice. I'm not seeing your face. It's not gonna work that way in this 2025 or 4 years.
My network is not really good. Let me try and put on my video.
You're on your own. No, don't tell me about network. I'm not. Yeah.
Okay, this is my face.
You see, network has just arrived from Dubai.
No, the thing has been cracking since, so sir.
You see, this network is we've got on-demand network now.
Yes, sir.
Or for your raising your hand.
Yeah, I wanted to answer a question on how the two companies have a better marketplace, and there is something on Neras which also is like almost the same services under the value proposition, where you talk about the freelancing, networking, and all of that. And now you mention it on the better marketplace. So how do you now manage the two services? Are they going to, in that area, would there be like a link between the two companies, or you are also harmonizing Neras and also better marketplace?
Okay, that is an intelligent question, but let me tell you the plan here. These are different business model. In Neras is a social media environment. And because it's a social media environment, automatically we have people there already. So social media is no longer about chatting. When social media was created years back, social media is just to share pictures and greetings. But today, social media is now a full-grown business center where people come and talk about business, news, updates, a lot of things. New application, new product, new a lot of things. And we have to pinch there as well. Okay, let me show you now. If you go to Meta, which is Facebook, they have Instagram. In Instagram, there's a lot of business going on there. And you know that. Okay, if you come to Facebook, there is a lot of business going on there. This is, say, one company. Okay, you've come to WhatsApp. Then you know WhatsApp for business. There's a lot of business going on in WhatsApp. Now they pitch another one called Trade. There's a lot of business going on there. What are they trying to do? They're trying to kill competition. They want to monopolize the market. So if you are not strong, if you want to come into social media industry, if you look, you shake your head, you run away. So that is what is monopoly. They want to, any way you want to enjoy social media, they are there. If you are not a part of people that like it the way it is in Facebook, you will like it in Instagram. If you don't like it in Facebook, in Instagram, you must like it in WhatsApp. And that means everybody must be patronizing their business. So in our own case, these are different business models. So if you don't like it the way we are doing it in Better Marketplace, then you can like it the way we are doing it in Neras. You know? And more will still come because we want to dominate the market. We want to hijack the market. We want to monopolize the market. And that is these are different companies. Let them be competing. It's still in our own interest. It's all our companies, like what we call it, a conglomerate. Let all of them be competing. We don't care. But we make sure there is a healthy competition going on within all these. In this country, we have two top politicians. We have David Miliband in Labour Party then, and Ed Miliband. David Miliband and Ed Miliband They are two brothers. David is the elder brother, and Ed is the younger brother. And these two guys, both of them attended Oxford University. Both of them studied political science and economics. And both of them joined politics. And both of them joined Labour Party. And both of them became minister at the same time. And both of them contested for prime minister at the same time. You know, when they were contesting for the leadership of the Labour, was them, but their mom were started crying. But they said, why are you crying? These are two of your sons. Whether Ed win or it means that the prime minister is coming back home. Whoever wins is their two sons. The trophy is coming back home. So, if Niaras win in the competition, the trophy is still coming back home. If Beta Marketplace win, the trophy is coming back home. But they are two different companies. They are going to have different management, you know, but different business model, but the same goal, serving the public, creating jobs, and that's it. So that is the answer to the question. They are two different companies.
All right, that is nice. Well done, sir, for the insight and planning and ahead for Nigerian market.
So whatever we see, we bring it back home. That is what we are doing here. So, and it's left for you people, for those who are not running away, because now the world is becoming a global market, that wherever you are and you know what you are doing, you don't have any problem. You know, so most days, if you are into IT, you can work from anywhere. The companies don't care again where your location. You know, what they care is what we are bringing to the table. So location, the issue of location, COVID killed that location. So that is the benefit of COVID-19. COVID-19 favored IT professionals so much. And people can work globally anywhere you want. You can work and get a good job. So, but the main thing is that Nigerian market lacks development. Nigerian market is still at the analog stage, and this is the reason why there is no job in Nigeria. There is no job because the world have left us behind. Digital technology have taken over the rest part of the world, but we have refused to digitalize the way we do things. If you go to the office, so many offices, they are still using, files. Files, some of these files will never be opened again till thy kingdom come. And you see all these files are taking a lot of spaces. So there's a lot of important information there. People might not have time to go and start looking for it. So a lot of things are going on wrongly. The government, the government we have, even the schools we have, the professors we have, yes, they became professor with their knowledge, but that knowledge they became professor on is no longer in use. But they are still using the name professor to intimidate people, not bringing anything to table because they are professor. But that their title has expired because they are no longer bringing anything to table. And the worst, the people that can bring something to table, they've scared them away with politics, intimidation. Most of the young people who travel abroad to acquire the recent knowledge, they will never come back. One, they are not going to be paid well. Secondly, they are scared of the level of politics. If you go to universities, you see the kind of politics going on there. You won't believe it. I had a friend of mine who finished his PhD in law from Warwick University here. He came back to Nigeria in Enugu campus to become a lecturer there. He opposed the politics, through politics. They conducted the election. He said, no, he's not going to take it, this and that. The following day, the guy died. You know, a very big guy. The father is a top politician as well. One guy, bid or pata. You know, and things cannot, a lot of people are scared of all this. So these are some of the things that is affecting our development. You know, so I don't know how we're going to do it, but let's just be doing what we are doing. So that is my own. So going forward, we are going to do some updates based on the new changes and equally try to move forward. Let's look at let's look at before we close for tonight. Let's go to Foodtraco to see what is going on there. I think all of us have got access to Foodtraco now. So let me share my screen. Okay. Okay. This is we're still breaking it down. So this is initiate stage. We have planning and execution. So this is where we are at the moment. We managed to create a work breakdown structure, which we are going to stay refined because of the changes. We need to define the scope and deliverables, identify key stakeholders, conduct requirement gathering and analysis, create business case, and develop a validated project charter before we start then planning on execution. So yeah, so we are still in the initiate stage of this project. Just like these changes, we need to understand the scope of this project, because with changes we might not really understand. Some of the key things is to understand area of services we are covering, service level agreement. What are the service scope, which Mr. Charles asked is a good question. We need to define the service scope. What are the areas which we need to capture it in our service catalog? So these are things that we need to do. So I have to update that as soon as possible. By tomorrow, we'll have updated service catalog. So when we have updated service catalog, we should be able to know the scope we are working on. So because the service catalog captures everything we are doing. And with that, once we understand that, we should know our stakeholders and equally document our requirements. And then we've agreed we are going to use HaloITSM. We have other solutions like ServiceNow, but why we are going to create a business case, because we need to justify why we need to use this HaloITSM instead of other ITSM. It needs to be documented because this is a project. So we need to capture, document it very well. So like I said, the gain we are going to benefit from this kind of project is because after this project, you can become ITSM project manager, you can become ITSM business analyst, or you can become ITSM service manager, service specialist. A lot of things is attached with this kind of project. So that's it for tonight. So tonight, coming tomorrow is to I will work on the updated service catalog to make sure that all the changes captured because of this expansion is well articulated and captured within our service catalog. And we equally need to develop a change request form to back up whatever we are doing here. So that is it. And yeah, I think this is it for tonight. If you have any more question, can still respond to you. So do you have any more question?
Yeah, I do, sir. I noticed that the last class we had before we went on holidays was not updated at the cost portal. The one where we created this, we created the fruit camp, we created the project stages, did the work breakdown structure and everything. That particular last class that has those content is not on the fruit camp. Where we are is where
not on the fruit camp or the cost
portal. The cost portal, sorry.
Okay, I will look. There is courses uploaded which didn't go well. Somebody, I uploaded it, but somebody notified me that some of the videos did not had issues with YouTube. So I'll go and fish up all those things and clean them up. Like I said, the moment we go on holiday, I closed my laptop and I went on holiday.
So want to rest. Okay. So, no problem, sir.
But I will sort everything out so that everybody will be on the same page.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, sir.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next class. And data analysis is another top-notch which you guys need to be serious about. And I'm happy the way you guys are really working. But the only thing is some of you are trying to move to LinkedIn. If you are going to LinkedIn, make sure you are uploading visuals. Data analysis is all about visuals. Writing episodes, articles, nobody's interested in that. They want to see our visuals. Like this dashboard, you see I screenshot a dashboard, which I've shared in it. So this is the way dashboard, this is the way your portfolios should be looking like that. Are you getting me?
Yes.
So we will talk about it when we meet.
Okay, sir.
All right.
Thank you, sir.
All right. See you guys.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, good night, sir.